So this channel has been basically just cookie bills. Some news here and there and... oh right, the standard banner brawls. I kinda forgot about that one. I'm pretty sure I have another video of pros, but... I don't know, I might or might not upload it. It's not even edited yet. But that's not the main topic of the video. If you saw the thumbnail and title, that's right, a new series. Can I beat the game with? That's as far as my creativity goes. Sorry. It's pretty self-explanatory and there's thousands of videos like these, but with other games out there. But basically, I have to beat the game with some specific rules or challenges. The star of today's video was chosen by a wheel, and it's Ninja Cookie. The rules are simple. I can only use Ninja Cookie to beat or play every content of the game, or focus, the main story. More specifically, the challenge ends when I beat Celeus in level 915. I can't use other cookies unless they're needed, though I don't think I'll have to. I don't need to grab the chest or berry jellies, as well as I don't need to get 3 stars on every level. I know this sounds like just being crazy, but in later floors, especially time challenges, they are hell. With that out of the way, let's start. After escaping the witch's house, we meet Twisted Donut Cookie, and we help him fix his train. After that, we name the train. Easy. And we keep exploring the Jelly Jelly Forest, where we meet Cherry Cookie. Finally, we luck Gacha, and after a small tutorial we pull. Lucky for me, the 10 free draws are still available, so that's nice. We get Ninja Cookie, and now we can begin our journey. We talk with Twisted Donut Cookie, and Gingerbread says he wants to get to the oven to save the tower. And that's when we meet Angel Cookie and Muscle Cookie telling Gingerbread he must be the cookie with a shining heart. And I think it's time to talk about Ninja Cookie. He's a wind wrench starter cookie, and let me tell you, he's actually not bad. With his skill, he throws some shurikens to the enemies. His ultimate is the same, it's just a big shuriken. His basic attack are important. They give a stack of focus. After 4 stacks, the next normal attack, skill, or ultimate will be enhanced. The only problem being, I didn't read that part, so the enhanced skills and ultimates are just made at random. My bad. We unlock equipment, and they gave us a small tutorial. But I don't have good equipment, so we'll skip that for now. After grabbing some achievements and rewards, I went to my inventory and saw a super epic random equipment. I got the Eternal Magician's hat and equipped it to Ninja Cookie, as well as some other equipment. After a while, everyone in the Express decided to join Gingerbread's journey to save the tower, where we only care about Ninja Cookie. Then, I leveled up and unlocked the Hexagon Bee Forest. In other words, where we can get XP potions to level up our cookies, and that's where I decided to use my heart jellies. I leveled up Ninja Cookie to level 20, equipped a random piece of equipment to get more power, and back to the Jelly Forest. Level 17 is our first minibus, and Ninja Cookie have no wishes at all. Then, the team talks about the Guardian Cookies and their whereabouts. Twisted Donut Cookie tells Gingerbread they can only go up since all floors are connected by the same railroad before getting interrupted by a wind current. After more levels, we reach the bus, Happy Flower. I thought it'll be hard, but watch this. And with that, Jelly Forest is complete. We had a cutscene where Gingerbread watches Happy Flower and that weird evil thing come out of it. And with that, Happy Flower is back to normal. We locked Jalapeno Cookie's artifact and equipped it to Ninja Cookie. And now, we walk to Windy Peanut Wilds. They gotta see if there's a town nearby and they decide to go there to rest. We also meet Riot Cookie. Well, she doesn't introduce herself after a while, but we already know her name. The hamsters we were fighting are called hangsters, and Right Cookie is not because they have a bounty, and she wants those rewards. But anyway, we unlock Rockstar Cookie. Too bad this isn't your video. I'll level up some equipment and, oh yeah, I unlock guilds. As I was saying, the Gaunt don't ride, they weren't in for the bounty, and that they attacked because they got ambushed. And with that, there's nothing to worry about. We didn't have any trouble with the level. And after completing it, we asked Right Cookie if she wants to tag along to a town, but she refuses and goes to deal with more hangsters. The next level is some kind of contest. I have to press the button before the hangster. To be honest, it was fun. Though I'm skipping most of the minigames and focusing more on the main story. The reason being, there's a lot, and the one thing I don't want is to make this video longer than it already is. After some minigames, the hamster problem is over, and now, Right Cookie decided to tag along to the town. In this level, there's a new mechanic where we have to save some hangsters, and they press the button for us. That's nice. We finish the level, and one of the hamsters tells us the mayor will get mad because he was kidnapped. And also, the hangsters are afraid of the mayor, because one day he started to act strange. Anyway, I got an ascensionite chest, and used it to level up Ninja Cookie. Next is another minibus. I beat him without much trouble, though since he was moving a lot, it was hard to hit him. Nothing interesting happened on the last levels, so I'll skip. We're now against Barf and Con, who are still rookies on the bounty world. But after a misunderstanding, we need to fight them. I think it's now time to mention this, but Ninja Cookie's attacks are stronger the bigger the hitbox is. I mean, look at that damage. Even more if we manage to fill the elemental attack to the max. This is why big hitboxes are such a lifesaver, especially in this run. After beating them, they retreat. Oh, well, I guess they're heading to the opposite direction, because they will get stronger or something. With that, Windy Peanut Walls is done. Before going to the next room, I level up some equipment, and try the hangster hideout, but that's not the main focus. When we enter Peanut Parish, we're met with hamsters practically being slaves, and the cacti guards are a bit tougher by Right Cookie's words. Still, the hamster we save weighs me and I back to work for some reason. As of now, the enemies are easy to deal with. 2 or 3 hits and they're down, so I kept winning level after level. I loved the Tower Rift, and leveled up some equipment after some time, but I went back to a levels right away. In level 3-3, the hangsters tell us that this wasn't the Peanut Parish they used to live. The mayor was a kinder person, but then he brought all those cactus guards and put them to work. In the end, they got scolded for doing bad things, but Right Cookie wasn't planning on letting them free just because they're soft story. And with that, the level is done. Just then, it's when I realized that every level took me like 2 or 3 minutes. Only minigames were done in less. And I was supposed to do that for 6 more swirls that had 15 levels each. 90 levels in total. I had to sit down and play 90 more levels. I'm not a psycho. Of course this was recorded in a lot of days. Still, just the thought of having to beat 6 more worlds was not a nice one. I leveled up some equipment and did some pulls and went right away to complete more levels. After some, I finally unlocked the Ascensionite line, so I immediately went to work. Finally, the boss, Cactor. Right Cookie hands over the hangsters, but the mayor didn't have any bounty as a reward. So guess what? More fighting. It was easy actually. And with that, Peanut Parish is complete. I did some pulls and ascended Jalapeno Cookie's artifact, as well as some farming, but I think I'll skip those parts and start to go more fast unless it is something interesting. We enter the abandoned candy mines, and though the cookies say the sign is faded, they decide to push through. And Muscle Cookie seemed to find some weird potions, and he and Ginger Rafe ended up drinking them, making them act strange. And that's where we meet Alchemist Cookie. She takes a severe laugh and tells the gang those potions, called Flavor Reversal Potions, were actually for his brother, and it is said to be permanent, but she can create something to revert them. She just needs a florets as a catalyst, a flower-shaped crystal, so we're off to find it. At this point, I really didn't care anymore about getting on the bird jellies and chests. I was really tired of playing despite having breaks and days where I didn't play. After some time, Alchemist tells us the mines have been abandoned for quite a while, due to the state the caves were. I think it's time to mention the lasers and falling platforms. They were hell. But you know what was worst? At some point, I got a super epic artifact, and me being stupid, thought Ninja Cookie was suddenly an Earth Cookie. So what did I do? I leveled that thing and equipped it. But alas, we arrived to the berry bat. Alchemist Cookie tells us that as long as we uninfuriate the bat, everything will be okay. But guess who did so? That's right, Ginger Rave did. So thanks to him, we have to fight a bat. It was easy nonetheless. Ninja Cookie is on top. And with that, the abandoned candy mines is done. We'll luck hard meld, but who cares? Crystal Caves, here we go. Remember what I told you about the laser? Yeah, they're still annoying. Alchemist talks about the crystals or something, but Ginger Rave is annoying as hell, so we keep exploring. I guess it is the time to say I tried the rift and got some scrolls. Yep, nothing more to say. Alchemist talks about the anomalies in the cave, also related to the whole tower. Then we talked about Ginger Rave and how he's the cookie with the shiny heart. After a few levels later, Alchemist talks about what could have caused the oven seal to break, which is a very good question. After a while, we finally found forts, so guess what time it is? And after a while, we beat it. An Alchemist Cookie makes another potion to help Muscle Cookie and Ginger Rave. And with that, Crystal Caves is complete. We get Combo Cookie's weapon, and we equipped it to Ninja Cookie. The reason being, it gives me 2 slots of scrolls, meaning more power. We entered Banana Jungle, and immediately infuriate some Bana Bana warriors. Levels later, we meet Plantain Cookie. Though his name is not revealed yet, he was protecting the tribe until he saw Ginger Rave and the others fighting. When we meet them in level 611, he offers to tell them the way to the next floor, as long as we help him reconcile the whole tribe, since they started attacking each other all of a sudden. Everything was going fine. I was beating level fast and had no issues, but at this point in time, my internet started to fail. On hunt. I would finish on level and it would get stuck, leaving me no choice but to close the game, open it, and play that whole level again. But finally, we had right at level 615, where we fight Banana Kong. Plantain Cookie tells us that everyone started to fight each other and eat each other's food. It was a tough fight, but we won despite everything. Plantain Cookie says we have to fight the origin of the conflict, Shamonkey. So do the next floor. We enter the Bana Bana Ruins and I immediately noticed the enemies took a while to defeat now, and I was getting behind the power and recommended, where I didn't give up and keep going forward. Some Bana Bana warriors tells us that they don't remember fighting Ginger Rave and the others, which can only mean they had the same thing that Happy Flower and Cactor, and they ended up pinning it down to Ginger Rave, since Plantain Cookie has fought the tribe before but nothing happened. Finally, I used my brain and crafted that wind equipment. What I could have done floors ago, I did when I'm only 2 floors away to finish the challenge. Let me tell you, it was not taking so long to finish the levels, I was losing hope. I even started to doubt if I could finish, and if it was worth it. Even now as I'm writing the script, I still do. Where I chose to keep going, it was only 2 floors more. We had a short story of Sugar Star, which I don't want to talk about, but he, or she, I don't know, was like the shiniest star or something like that. Remember what I said about my internet? Yeah, it made me reset almost everything. I was starting to get killed in levels, and surviving with low health, just for my internet to make me close and open the game to do it all again. I stopped playing and called it a day. Until some days later, we got to Shamonkey and nothing important was said. Just about his weird for bananas and his attitude changing the tribe. That's fine. It took a while, yeah, but I did it. With that, floor 7 is complete. Not before Plantain Cookie told us Sugar Star fell not so far. So, let's go to Citrus House. As we enter, we meet Lemon Says Cookie, who only allowed Ginger Rave to pass while the others waited. I have no words for this floor. Ninja Cookie was trying his best and was just enough to make it. In his floor, I started to die regularly, but it didn't stop me. I'm tired, but to sum it up, Lemon says he's skeptical about gingerbread being the cookie with a shiny heart, and ask him what abilities does that give to him. Now, I want to express my hate here to those light panels or whatever they called, and those spike pillars. They are the worst. I kept dying or getting hit by them, but the time I was fighting, I was easily killed. When we find Sugar Star, we realize it's not the same, but despite Lemon says warnings, he goes nonetheless. I won't be surprised if Gingerbread gets killed one of these days. After a while, Lemon says realizes Gingerbread only cares about Sugar Star and apologizes for being skeptical and thinking he wanted the altar's power. But in the end, Lemon's so stuck about the Guardian cookies. Finally, we arrive at 8:15, and we fight again, Lemon. Yeah, that's the name. I beat him easily, and then we found a cookie lying on the floor, kohlrabi cookie. And with that, we go to the citrus altar. Well, basically here they thought kohlrabi was a nice cookie, but he had other plans. Lemon says tries to prevent Gingerbread from saying he was a cookie with a shiny heart, but after some arguments, he says it out loud. Kohlrabi even says really pessimistic scenarios to Gingerbread, but being the cookie he is, he has a positive answer for everything. Yeah, I'm tired of summing it up by parts, and I don't want to make the video longer. In this part of the video I was super tired, but also at my best. Ninja Cookie had a hard time defeating enemies, but he did it. In this floor I was getting killed, and in some cases I even sacrificed Cherry Cookie in order for Ninja Cookie to survive. In some other scenarios, whenever I was low on health, I would chase just Cherry Cookie if the hit was close to Ninja Cookie, but I didn't use them in any other way, just as a shield. And finally, we arrive at 9:15. Celeus. I started with everything I had, and I made it to the second phase, though I started to panic. The time was getting down and down. 60 seconds. I was already seeing myself trying and failing every single time, but he did it. Ninja Cookie beat the challenge. No one was more relieved than me. I could fight all the rest from the challenge. Good job, Ninja Cookie. And with that, the answer to the question is yes. Ninja Cookie can beat Cookie Run Tower of Adventures alone. Honor I mentioned Cherry Cookie, who took fatal blows and died sometimes. If you like this video, please subscribe and like. Also, comment something, it'll keep me motivated. Just don't expect another video like this in a while. They take a long time and a lot of my mental health. Have a nice day.